I want to talk a little bit about female privilege. Female privilege actually exists in our culture where areas that women do better and are more successful than men, areas that women are more protected than men, and areas that women are inherently safer than men. This would be, if feminists were being honest, this would be the definition of female privilege, because that's the flip side of male privilege. Male privilege is because you're a man, you're automatically more successful at X, Y, and Z, or because you're a man, some institution is constructed to help you be most successful based on your sex. Well, that exists for women. So a couple of examples of this are the gender pay gap. Contrary to what the feminists tell us that, oh, you're only going to make 77 cents or 73 cents on the dollar compared to men, actually single women under 30 in 98% of the country's largest cities earn 8% more than their male counterparts. Well, isn't that female privilege then if you live in those cities? That as a woman, you are automatically more likely to make more than your male counterpart? By the left's definition, that would be female privilege. Our education system. Women get more scholarships than men. They win more awards academically than men. They get better grades than men do. Women are more likely to get into college. They're more likely to graduate from college. They earn more bachelor's degree. They earn more graduate degree, advanced degrees. Our education system is actually structured so that women are more successful than men. So isn't that institutional female privilege then, according to the definition of the left? It's institutionally then men are at a disadvantage in our education system. In the workforce too. If this isn't female privilege, tell me what this is. 92% of workplace accident fatalities are men. 92 out of 100 workplace fatalities in our country every year happen to men. So again, our workplaces are structured to protect women, to advantage women because of their sex. So that's female privilege. It's the opposite of male privilege. Violent crime in our nation. It is true that women are more likely to be the victims of intimate partner violence, and that's wrong. But of all murders and all suicides in our country, 78% of murder victims are men. So what about our society makes it more dangerous for men? Suicides, 78% of suicides are men too. What about our society makes it so much safer to be a woman, protects women from the mental health crisis that would lead to suicide? This is statistically female privilege. And I'm pulling a lot of these numbers from Christina Hoff Sommers. Kudos to her for pulling all this together. If you want to look at the full breadth of her work, you can go to The Factual Feminist, because this is what she does. She debunks a lot of this stuff. Think about our federal prison population. Who's in prison? Men are. 93% of federal inmates are male. There was a study done that compared when women commit the same crimes that men commit, and they have similar criminal backgrounds to the men who commit the same crimes. You would think, based on, the premise of the gender pay gap, you would think that all else being equal, they would receive the same sentences. Nope. Men receive drastically more severe sentences. What is that? That's female privilege. 60% of homeless people are male. Only 40% are female. Think about our military. 85% of active duty military are men. This is all female privilege in our culture. It's not problematic, just like it's not problematic per se, where there are areas where men are advantaged. There are always going to be areas of advantage or disadvantage when you have differences, whether it's differences of skill, whether it's differences of weakness, whether it's just differences. The sexes are different. Male and female are different. We are made to complement each other. And therefore, those differences, if you want to measure it, which I don't know why people would want to measure this, because when something complements each other, you're not supposed to just be in a constant competition. You're supposed to complement. But if you are looking at it through this very legalistic, very competitive mindset, then yes, when there are differences, that means that someone is better at something and someone is less good at something, that someone is better at another thing and less good at something else. And it doesn't mean that male privilege and female privilege have to be a war between men and women.